Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this has been your Intruder, welcome back to the Outer Worlds, and oh bloody hell, it's gorgeous and colourful and I've been enjoying myself so far. And you join us here in Edgewater, the first little town we've run into. And not a huge town, all things considered, you know, just a little basic introductory town. So yeah, if we go over to the map here, it's basically just one single block of buildings in a circle. Other than that, that's just going to be transition points taking you back outside. So everyone else lives outside of the town. Most people aren't actually inside the town proper. So let's start off today by having a bit of an explore here. But first, a few little points and corrections and whatnot. Warner, you may notice I don't have a gun out. Yes, I figured out how to do that, thank you comment. Just hold down the action or reload button and that will go away, just like in New Vegas. Though weirdly it's not listed on the actual control page if you look at the key binding, so that's a bit on the odd side. Number 2, some people pointed out, hey, the text is a bit on the small side when it comes up on screen, so if I just speak to this random here.
They start asking you for some medicine, come tell me. I'll set them straight.
So yeah, that's a very, very small font indeed, depending on what screen you're watching this on. Unfortunately, pretty much the only problem I've got with this game so far is, in fact, yeah, the options and settings menu. In UI, unfortunately, there is no option to do any UI scaling whatsoever, which is kind of unfortunate. So, yeah, unfortunately, the text is just what it is. There's nothing I can do to change that. Ooh, that does remind me, by the way, I've decided to go up from normal difficulty to hard, because combat felt pretty simple last part, so we're going to go over to hard for a bit, see how I feel about that. Anyway, I've got my objective, go and speak to the local bigwig in his massive office, Reed Thompson. But, before we do that, let's just go around town and learn what we can, because, yeah, a game like this with proper RPG elements, better to do your research, so we might have some more dialogue options with him. So okay, let's see who's got anything interesting to say. Ooh, here's something weird though. Because on a controller, yeah, the button to actually speak to someone, the action button is also the reload button. If you put your guns away, and you just go up to someone to speak to them, then this happens. If I just tap X, it says talk. I also pull my gun out. Right, that's a bit on the odd side. Anyway, Cantina, that seems like a good place to start.
If only McDevitt's folk hadn't abandoned us. Cannery could use those extra hands.
Okay, interesting little thing overheard there in the bar. McDevitt's lot abandoned us, and as a result this town is short-handed. Okay, right, let's start off however with, yeah, Amelia Kim, because in an RPG you can always trust the flippin' bartender to tell you about the local quests.
I don't know you.
And indeed you don't, and ooh. No, I'm not Alex Hawthorne. I'm John. Lovely to meet you. Like your hair.
Amelia Kim, Spacer's Choice Beverage Dispenser. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hard-working company folk here.
Okay, so am I actually allowed to use the shops if I don't work for Spacer's Choice? Because, yeah, this is very firmly just a company town. So, are you going to serve me or not?
Nah, I'm contractually obligated to serve you. Just not going to be too happy about it. If you're going to have a drink, I'd like to ask that you do it within the premises. Can't have you taking drinks over to those deserters.
Right, I'm guessing by deserters you mean the McDevitt lot I just overheard a second ago. Yeah, tell me about that.
Traitors. The lot of them. Bunch of folks decided they were tired of working and went out into the wilds to fend for their own selves. Town's already struggling to make quotas, even without that band of slackwits abandoning their posts. Bunch of lazy, shiftless rung leeches. Anyway, enough about them. What can I do for you?
So, we heard from the very beginning of the game that, yeah, the kind of basic deal is you get offered passage out to Halcyon, and you pay off your debt by working for the company out here. But it seems pretty clear that, yeah, basically they get you with more and more rents, more and more payments, so no one ever works off the debt. Because people are still paying even after they die to rent out grave space and pay for their family members inside the grave. So unfortunately, some people decided that was a mugs game and have wandered off. But people who are still, yeah, drinking the Kool-Aid have decided they're traitors. So, right, two societies need to figure out if we can get them to, you know, work together in some positive way. So, let's just see what we can do in terms of trading here. So, yeah, merchant skill is equal to the value of your best dialogue skill, which I think for me is about, like, 30-something in persuasion. So, yeah, it doesn't matter whether you're specialising in intimidate, lie, or persuasion. Whichever one's highest, that's merchant. That's quite useful. So, okay, I should get some pretty good prices here. And when I say good prices, I get a 2% discount. Marvellous. And she's also willing to act as a repair shop if you don't want to do your own repairs. So yeah, you can actually use like armor parts to repair things by yourself, or if you'd rather keep those for other bits and pieces, yeah, you can just spend bits, the little ticket symbol that just seems to be the general currency here, to get a shop to do it for you. We'll need to learn exactly how condition works going forward, but yeah, interesting to note that the light pistol is 80% condition, so the whole 20% could be repaired, but even then, damage is still 20. So it feels like, yeah, even at like, you know, moderate condition, damage is still as high as it can be. It only starts dropping off when condition gets very low indeed. Oh, but here's the big thing though. The big money is off what I looted off those primals I killed. So one of their brains is worth 64 each. Canned meat only 3.2, but canned skull fin 25. So actually, sell all of this, we're going to be in very, very good shape indeed. We picked up, yeah, random ring. This is listed under junk, so I know it's not used for anything other than selling. Right, now that gets me in much better shape. Oh my goodness, they're selling tea. And the tea is actually 1, a nice and light, and 2, get your mind attributes up. So, okay, worth taking. I'll take both of them, actually, yes.
You tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's choice.
Oh my goodness, she actually did just say you tried the best, now try the rest. Possibly that is actually the real slogan. It's a terrible slogan, but okay, she's not like bleeding out in a cave somewhere. If she says it, it's probably true. Here we go, let's learn about her and how she actually ended up here. Like, is she first generation? Did she actually choose to ship out here? Or was she born into servitude already on the planet?
I don't see how that's any of your business.
Aha, and with Persuade I can actually get to tell me the story.
You're the first to ask after me in some time. I'll give you that. But I don't have a story to share. My family's worked Spacer's Choice for 2 generations, and I've lived in Edgewater just about all my life. Wanted to work in the sciences once upon a time. Would you believe it? That was a wild fancy. Glad I disabused myself.
Oh dear. So, yeah, you had a dream of being a scientist. What happened there? And thanks to the fact I've got decent perception, I can pick up on, yeah, small cues in the conversation.
What happened, you ask? What always happens when you're dreaming? I woke up. I just didn't have the brains for it. Asked too many questions. Wasn't suited to the work. So I did the right thing and worked the life I was always meant to live. Now that I'm behind a bar, I can ask all the questions I want. Important ones. Like, when are you going to pay your tab? And would you like another round of cold, refreshing 0G?
Oh my goodness. Right, so, yeah, that's quite frankly tragic and a bit sad, all things considered. Yeah, she didn't want to be a scientist, or rather was told by somebody, presumably a company rep she couldn't be, because she asked too many questions, despite the fact that that's, you know, the entire flipping point. So, yes, asking questions is the foundation of science. The best scientists ask too many. Be a scientist, Amelia!
Don't talk to me that way, please. Spent many years disabusing myself of that notion. Don't need you putting it back in my head. Lab work ain't for me. Never was. Never will be. Spacer's Choice put me where I belong, and for that, I am grateful.
I really hope we can do something to make her into a scientist before the end of the game. So, yeah, have you just been... Well, that's a bit rude. She has been a bartender. She's been doing, like, more stuff than just scrubbing dishes, but... Let's just, yeah, put it in her language. Sounds like they took care of ya.
They did. They gave me a life. Gave me a purpose. This is where I belong.
Oh dear. Right, well that's all tragic. Okay, I may as well go down this route just to see... Actually, no. Because if you say something to somebody, you might actually offend them. They might clam up a bit. Let's just say thanks for the story and move on.
Not so fast. I told you about my life. Your turn to tell me about yours. So, what's your story?
Ooh, okay, right. So, still trying to figure that out myself. Tell you some other time. Yeah, still figuring that one out for myself, actually.
What's there to figure out? Stands to reason you work for a company. You ain't Spacer's choice. Could be you're with Auntie Cleo.
Okay, definitely don't say yes, because we know from the guy we ran into in the cave, these people aren't really supposed to be doing business with Auntie Cleo, whoever she is, precisely. So, I'm just going to say there's more to life than the company you work for, see if we can maybe, you know, kindle a bit of a spark of rebellion inside her.
That's exactly the kind of crazy talk that comes from an overabundance of sobriety.
Or maybe not. Now, as a bartender, she's going to be reasonably well informed and hear all the stories. So let's see if she believes in the Hope, the colony ship I'm from.
The Hope? No, I've never mixed a drink by that name. I could get you a rum and something if you like. Wait, no, never mind. We're all out of something.
Alright, so she made a joke that it's a drink and the guy in the cave was thinking it was some form of a drug. This is going to be like asking after the Gek in Fallout 2 again, isn't it?
Yeah, I got vague recollections of some folklore about a mysterious colony ship.
Aha, we've got something though, so... I'm not saying I'm from there though. We're just going to keep my origins under my hat for the time being, so... Okay, people are vaguely remembering it, but to them it's just folklore. Now, Reed Thompson, tell me about him.
Do you now? And what makes you think Mr. Thompson wants to talk to you? He's a busy man. You want to talk to Mr. Thompson, try ignoring your duties. He'll summon you up to that great big tower atop the cannery, and you'll get yourself a proper dressing down.
Okay, so in theory, if I was to get a job and then do it badly, that might be a way in. And yeah, you don't say that like it's, you know, a thing of dread.
It is a good thing. If you're not pulling your weight, you don't deserve to live here. Simple as that.
Ah, it's not a thing of dread to her because she's doing her job and she's drunk the Kool-Aid and she believes people who aren't doing their job should be yelled at and punished, hence why she hates what she thinks are traitors over with McDivots. Right, I think that's all we can get out of her, let's move on. Another named person here though, Winslow.
Never seen you here before. You a visitor? Welcome. On behalf of the Spacer's Choice family, let me welcome you to, where am I again?
Right, I'm guessing he's a bit on the drunk side. You're an Edgewater, my friend.
Edgewater, jewel of the Vale. May the law bless our beloved cannery with 100 years of, what's it called?
Cans.
Productivity. That's the one. Yep, that's us. Productive.
Alright, yeah, I'm guessing he's had a bit too much to drink, but, given it's what everyone seems to do around here all the time, shouldn't you be working right now?
I am in no condition to do any work. Not so long as my injuries trouble me.
Alright, so is this legit, or are you just making some excuses here?
Yep. Got my mid stuck in a rotor wheel. Shredded my wrist up real good. Conrad went and sewed up my hand, but I couldn't do much about the pain. Boss was real generous to me, though. Got myself a 5% discount on Zero G Brew. After the second bottle, the only pain I feel is emotional.
Alright, so, yeah, sounds like you could do with an actual proper surgeon. And I'm not terrible at medicine.
Hey, Conrad's a surgeon. Well, he's a barber. That's like surgery, but for your hair.
Alright, maybe I'll just leave you be, actually. There's nothing else I can do with ya. And hello over there, a bunch of people just came in. Aha. I'm guessing it just became night. So yeah, there is a day-night cycle. Time doesn't freeze inside town. So I'm guessing at night, these guys have a drink, maybe go to their homes. During the day, they're actually in the cannery. So if I were to want to just sneak into the cannery, potentially I might just want to be, yeah, going in at night. Though first, just have a little bit of a loop around here in case there's anything good to be grabbed. And hello, back room in the bar. So I've got the hacking skill, just need the little pick devices. Gotcha. And hello, I think I might have just accidentally on the other side gone somewhere I'm not supposed to be. So there's some bits, bit cartridges, a bit of booze. This is all stealing and... I just heard a door go, didn't I? Never mind. Yeah, bit cartridges. No, that's just the actual thing opening. Bypass shunt. Do I want to steal that? You know what, that's quite useful. I might just steal that. The game's not saying I'm trespassing, but this definitely feels like, yeah, her private area where she actually lives upstairs in the bar. So, yeah, this definitely feels nice and private. Still, let's just have a little bit of a look-see at her desk. See if there's anything like a note that might help us out here. I'm not going to be stealing the rest of her food or anything. I've got plenty of food just sitting about, so... Oh! No. Put the gun away, please. Put the... Oh. Is that by any chance a secret thing up top here? I think it is. Right, well, I'm hidden, and you sell heavy ammo. It's not marked as stealing, so I guess I'll be having some of that, thank you. Maybe that's not like her area. Maybe that's just like a hotel where people live, because it wasn't locked in any way, so... Alright, let's just be on our way and keep having a look-see roundy, though. Potentially, yeah, a bunch of shops might no longer be open. General store. Right. This'll be flipping useful, assuming it's actually open. No, put the gun away. I'm so sorry, I'm not robbing you. It's just actions and pulling out your gun are tied to the same button.
It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. And before you ask, I'm all out of deluxe salt tuna. All I've got is gourmet.
So, the shop might be pretty useful. The parts, because, yeah, this might be an alternative route to actually get the... whatever it is I need, the electro thingy.
You ought to go have a talk with the boss, Reed Thompson. He's up in his tower above the cannery.
Right, I'm guessing that just kicks off the quest go and speak to Reed, just in case you came to this town before you went to your ship, and thus hadn't been given the advice by Ada. Except, hang on, then you wouldn't know you needed to repair the ship. Maybe if you go into the ship but don't make friends with Ada, not sure. Ah, hello. Mag picks for only 15 a go. Yeah, I will take literally all you've got, because for 60, that's a flippin' bargain. And I'll take a bypass shunt too, because that's nice and cheap. Right, yeah, take that stuff, that is super cheap. Might come back for a Nightingale step mod, so yeah, volume of footsteps down, radius of footsteps down, so if I needed to do a sneaky mission, can't afford it right now, but might come back for that. Decent armor here, but a bit expensive. Yeah, my existing armor is 3 armor, this is actually 9, and hack plus 7, which is not terrible, but potentially more interesting, 2 workers' outfits. Super cheap, not very good as armor, but potential disguise, question mark. Leave it for now, maybe come back for that. Here we go. Anyone I need to watch out for around town, and also, hang on, about this plague that's supposed to be going around. No one's actually mentioned a plague so far, but maybe someone like mentioned it in the background so far away it wasn't even on the subtitles. Yes, about this plague that's supposed to be going around. I guess that would explain the giant pile of corpses, yes.
Plague? I don't know anything about a plague. We are the very picture of hot-blooded physical vigor.
Well, whatever's going on, he's actually not willing to, talk about. Why are you trying to hide the giant pile of corpses in your graveyard?
You have got the wrong idea about me. I've got nothing that needs hiding. Some of us who get sick are liable to exaggerate the conditions of that sickness, but the fact is, if you work hard, you have got no cause to worry.
Alright, he's not going to talk about that, gotcha. And yeah, anyone to watch out for locally?
Other than yourself? Definitely the vicar. Don't get me wrong, he seems a decent man, cut from church cloth, knows his scriptures. But there's something about him that bothers me. Like he's not one of us. Sometimes I suspect he doesn't even want to be here.
Aha, so that's someone I need to speak to. I might actually get some honest answers out of him.
I'd keep a few paces between myself and Miss Holcomb, the town mechanic since her dear father left the workforce. No ill intent in her, mind. Just a queer sort, restless, scatterbrained, inclined to do first and think after, if you take my meaning.
Right, someone else who might actually give me a straight answer.
Amelia. Definitely Amelia Kim. I advise against stepping foot in her drinking establishment altogether. Word is, they're gonna replace her with an auto-mechanical barkeep. She's... what's the word? Obsolete. You don't want to associate yourself with that kind of person.
Right, so she's about to be automated out of existence, and in this society, that's very bad. Okay, let's see now we know that, whether we can actually bring that up to her to persuade her to pivot into science. I'm not giving up on this. Amelia, join me in science, it's great. Tragically not. We'll come back for you, Amelia. I'll save you yet. Right, now this here looks like a church of some description, or possibly an observatory, I'm not sure. Yes, this is very churchy. That's definitely churchy, but possibly, once upon a time, it was an observatory just based on the, the dome with the little crack right there. But yes, been converted into a church. That's cute. Right, Vicar. Apparently, me and you might be able to have a more honest chat than I'm having with everybody else. Let's hear the truth of the matter, please.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town?
How about the truth? Yeah, I just need the truth about what's going on in this town. So let's start off with the power regulator. This guy might actually be willing to tell me the truth if there's another way to get it, other than going to read.
Mechanical tomfoolery is well out of my purview. I suggest you take such matters to Mr. Thompson in the cannery. Oh, and a word of warning. If you're considering wandering around outside the safety of the town, you'd best be cautious.
And I'm guessing, well, do you mean anything beyond, like, the dogs and the raiders?
Marauders are about. Though if you are planning on venturing outside, I do have a proposition that may interest you. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
Okay. I'm not keen on this whole, burning books, destroying text situation, but we'll have a look-see at the book at the bare minimum. Maybe I'll give it to someone else, though. And yeah, let's just double-check. What are you planning to do with it, Max?
What? No, I don't want to burn it. I would never. I mean, I just want to... Look, I have a very simple goal here. I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
Okay, whatever it is, let's make sure it falls into public consumption. But first I want to know more about the book.
It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it.
Alright, so he doesn't want to destroy it, but equally, if it comes to him, it'll never actually spread. He'll just, put it on a bookshelf and admire it, but assume it's too good or important for everybody else. So, that's not great either. But for the time being, I'll accept the quest.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Alright, let's see what else he's got for me first, though.
The OSI teaches that the Grand Architect set a perfect system in motion at the beginning of time. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in that grand plan.
Okay, so they've actually got themselves their own company religion.
The Order of Scientific Inquiry, also known as scientism to the layperson.
So they worship the Grand Architect, and I'm guessing, you're supposed to be like a conduit to them or something. I will say, I like your shirt, the little bit of the shirt that's kind of sticking out above his purple frock there. In fact, the purple frock in general is lovely. I like his stuff. If I could get a copy of that gear, I'll gladly wear that, because it is very, very fancy.
You don't talk to the Grand Architect. Once the universe was set in motion, it stepped back. It has no concern for us.
Okay, so, that's not exactly inspirational, certainly.
We will eventually decode the plan and all its intricacies. Once we are able to deduce the properties of every particle in the universe and its trajectory, we will know everything. the future, the past, each person's place within the plan, all will be laid out before us, removing struggle and bringing peace. No one will ever need question their path again. Some even believe this ultimate knowledge will unlock mankind's true potential, and we will all become akin to grand architects ourselves, after a fashion.
Ah, now this is starting to make sense. So what he's describing is basically determinism, but applied to society. Right, quick philosophical note here. So, free will is philosophically very, very difficult, because technically, free will is just humans making decisions, but humans making decisions is just brains and electricity, and brains and electricity is technically just chemistry. So, in theory, if we could understand how every single atom is going to bounce off every single other atom, then would you be able to perfectly predict a human's brain chemistry, and thus decision-making, going forward? If you could understand how every atom in the world was going to interact, could you perfectly predict how everything would play out and effectively reveal free will to be a total illusion? Now, this is just a bit of a philosophical thought experiment to us, but in this universe, it's been turned into a religion. And if you get people to believe that, then they're going to be very placid and willing to accept their place because they feel like that's all they ever can do because it's all predetermined. So, okay, this makes a lot of sense. This is why people are actually acting the way they are, because they've bought this religious philosophical position entirely over multiple generations. Now that's clever. I like that. Right, nothing else from him right now, but if I were to bring him the book, potentially he might be willing to open up to me a bit. And here we go. Have a quick dig through the back alleys, and there's actually some good stuff that's freely grabbable. So yeah, just over here past the church, duck under there, jump over here, nice free crate. So yeah, check the back alleys, good stuff going on. And here's interesting. So the cannery's right here, but there's this massive tower in the background. So what does this do precisely? Hello? You wanting to have a chat to me?
Got my sights on you.
Got my sights on you too, but only because, yeah, problems with button mapping. Can I actually just walk through here? Yeah, no problem with me walking through here. Now, does this let me through into a back area around the back of the cannery that's useful for any reason? No, in fact, this area is mysteriously useless, so I'm guessing some form of events happening back here later. Gotcha. Ah, here's interesting. While I've been exploring, I assume night has passed, and a whole bunch of cannery workers are now making their way back to work. So I'm just going to follow them and see what route they take in case that opens up a way to squeeze inside if I need to do that. Okay, 3 of them over there. Just walk in straight through the front door. But you two are not going in the front door. You two are going over to, aha, a door that's going to open up right flipping here, including, I'm guessing this, maybe I can do a bypass shunt on if I need to. So, okay, I can just walk straight in, but I guess I'm not supposed to be here. So, that's what this place is for. Back entrance in case the guard says I'm not allowed in. Right, so now we know about that. Hang on, back to town. We're not done with town yet. I think I saw over here. Hello, you've got a name.
I've got some time.
Alright, so yeah, what's your deal? Because you just seem to be hanging out in a back alley.
Oh, I'm an actuary. That means I keep tabs on a worker's living expenses. How much it costs to feed, clothe, shelter, bury, and replace your average human worker. Technically, I'm employed by the Spacer's Choice Department of Human Resources.
And that's all we got with her for now. Right, I'm guessing she's going to be using the quest later then. Here we are, by the start of town, the Barber Shop. So we know this guy sometimes works as... Don't pull your gun out. We know this guy also works as, yeah, a bit of a doctor. And there is actually... Ooh, okay. There's a necklace here. Please tell me you're not actually killing people or whatever. I really hope you're not. Oh, there's... Yeah, okay, so... Barber might just mean doctor in this universe, because there's a lot of flipping corpses here. Hello, Conrad.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
And apparently I can use Intimidate 5 to show him my hands, which I guess you mean like in a fist, but that strikes me as Seduction 5 rather than Intimidate 5. But let's not get into threats just yet in case we need this guy on side, because yeah, he might be the town doctor. Keep the town doctor on side.
So everyone says, until someone forgets to cough into their elbow, and then we're all dying of plague. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
Right, maybe not a doctor, someone who just prepares corpses for funerals, but given the necklace in the drawer, I'm guessing you're not above a bit of grave robbing.
Burial, in the unfortunate event of a fatality. It's what a barber does. We make you presentable.
It's not actually what a barber does, it's what an undertaker does, but apparently they're the same thing on these occasions. And speaking of burials, yeah, I'm supposed to be getting some money off you.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
And yeah, you mean you've got no money?
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
And yeah, actually, I think that's a bit of quality drama right there, because we've seen the necklace, and you get all the corpses. I think, actually, you're probably very well off indeed. It's just you prefer to pretend you're broke so you don't have to pay your dues. Let's go down a bit more of an aggressive route here.
Thank you, no. I despise the cereals. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay. And that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Okay, so, yeah, medical rights.
Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings.
Okay, maybe he's telling the truth, but yeah, can you just promise to pay Silas down the line?
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
There is that necklace, so I'll let you know if I think of anything.
Much obliged.
Okay, much obliged, yeah. If I go over here and look at this here necklace, like, I know it's there, so if I, like, do a transfer, can I look at this thing properly? Value of 25, so it has, like, you know, some value. And on these corpses in here, I'm just going to close the door because I'm about to do a bit of corpse looting. Yeah, can't help but notice there is Adreno, there's actual flipping money here. So on these corpses, and ooh, laboratory outfit, splash resistance, tech skills +5, and actually, same armor I've already got. That's nice. Examine this right here. Conrad, receptionist shot himself, this is bad. Company's gonna have to call it for what it is. Destruction of Spacer's Choice property. Eugene was an asset and somebody has to pay his body price. This is gonna ruin us, so I was thinking that we pawn off his teeth. Eugene had a full set of gold teeth, heirlooms passed down the family or something. You're processing his body right, just dig around and pry them out. We sell the teeth somewhere nice and quiet, use the bits to pay his body price, and nobody's the wiser. What do you think? Don't write back. In fact, don't talk to me at all. Just give me the special signal next time you see me. Waggle your eyebrows. Okay, so hang on. Conrad and Phyllis are discussing the fact that someone has to pay Eugene's body price. But why are they doing that? Unless, of course, did Eugene work for these guys and thus they were actually responsible for his maintenance and care? So when he killed himself, yeah, they plan to basically loot the teeth out of him to cover the price of the body so no one's the wiser. Well, now we know about that. Yeah, also, hang on. Now I know that you're dirty, I feel much less bad about robbing. Well, technically I'm not robbing you, I'm robbing the corpses. But you know what? It's fine. Oh, I'm about to make a big fuss because he's robbing corpses when I'm also robbing corpses. Well, that's fine. Conrad. Right, now can I challenge you with any of this? So here we go. Persuade one I know about Eugene. One that uses teeth as collateral for the graveside fees. Or medical. So let's see if we can actually... Yeah, let's see where that goes first. So medical.
Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor?
And yes, only if we use the term doctor very, very loosely.
I am a Spacer's Choice certified surgeon. And if you must know, I can stitch a severed thumb with a 58% chance of avoiding gangrene.
Alright, but that's not going anywhere. Yeah, the Eugene business.
You know about Eugene? How?
Because, like, you know, you left a note describing the plan in detail in the next room over, which was unlocked.
Then, you know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. I didn't approve of the idea then, and I don't approve of it now. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave.
Ooh. Okay. By any chance, that lone grave down by the sea, would that have been Eugene's grave? Because I've got a spade. We can go there and do this right now.
I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Well, if the teeth were supposed to be passed down to his family, then no. But if they're just sitting in the ground, then... yes, actually. Though it's not really my choice. I'm just here to make sure you pay up, and probably best you keep getting medical treatment for the plague. Silas gets his money, and a corpse doesn't have his teeth. That's probably the best solution.
Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature, and an IOU.
Right, well, that apparently counts as that one complete. Job flipping done. Ooh, here's fun. Maintenance division. Okay, so we've got ourselves... it's an unlocked terminal there. Yes, unlocked terminal. So when life gives you lemons, consider it a free trial from your friends at Spacer's Choice. Marvellous. Alright, so, welcome P. Holcomb. Ah, we were told about Holcomb. Apparently she's, yeah, not so good since her husband passed. So, trouble tickets. Let's see what we got here. Alright, so an AG loader failed on startup, turn on engine, it fails. You have to enter a minimum of 8 steps. Try it again, kick the loader. Marvellous. Dang it, Clancy, just got you back on your feet 2 weeks ago. Not that you got feet, but you know what I mean. Right, so she gives the robots names. Nothing major, she just needs to have a little bit of a look-see at it. So, next ticket. This is marked as a priority. Again, from Reed Thompson. Failure of main cannery production line at heat processing. So, start up production line according to schedule. Observe processing of cans. First batch to heat processing stage. 1 or more loud popping noises. Smoke, smell of burnt salt tuna. Overheat klaxon on monitor 6. Flames jet from exhaust ports. Automatic shutdown. Right, so likely as not, Bess got indigestion from being made to eat something she ain't made to. Heading on over now. So Bess is presumably the name that this woman has given to the main canning device or something. Okay, but bear in mind, it potentially could be made to overheat or something. Damn mechanicals, open low. Priority automatically reset to low by executive level admin rule applied by Reed Thompson. Trouble ticket filled by Miller L. Okay, so look northwise. I said look northwise, blasted useless translator. Near scrap pile. Could be northeast from town, I guess. Observe mechanical, clanking about or menacing like. See it, it's right there. Okay, northwise, or possibly northwest, but it's being, yeah, picked up badly by the translator. Near the scrap pile to the north. Could be northeast from town, I guess. Observe mechanical. Okay, but despite the fact that sounds bad, it's been automatically set to low. So there's a robot to the northeast of town near a scrap pile. Okay, I'd say we've probably got enough here to actually go and have a little bit of a look-see outside town. But then again, got ourselves a workbench here. Yeah, now we know how this works in terms of tinkering. So I can just spend a bit of money to make my weapons better. Now, 14 up to 16 doesn't sound great, but 173 DPS, increase every single one of those 12 shots by 2, that's actually pretty significant. So there we go, up to 187 DPS, 16 times 12. Right, that sounds pretty good. So yeah, you just spend money doing a bit of tinkering right there. Here we go. The illustrated manual takes me north out of town in the vague direction where the robot is, somewhere over here to the northeast. So let's head in that direction, see what we got. Ah, now this is interesting. So over here, this town used to be, presumably, yeah, extending over in this direction. But now it's all overgrown. So the town used to be bigger, but they, like, fell back within the walls at some point because they couldn't hold this area. So, okay. This door still opens. Why do I feel like there's going to be... Oh, that's just a little rabid sprat. That's nothing major. Oh, we don't need to worry about that. And excuse me. No, you flippin' don't. Where's the other one? There you go. Right, you can just die, actually. Okay, that's just little rabid sprats. That's no problem whatsoever. And actually, vending machine here. Not so bad. So, we might be able to learn some old secrets from the town here. If I want to open this one, it's going to take all of my shunt things, though. Do I want to do that or not? I'm not sure I necessarily do. I do have plenty of mag things, though, so I'll definitely crack open this little thing for, yeah, revolver, some ammo, double adreno, not so bad. You know what? Let's give it a go. We'll see what's inside this computer. So, give it a quick hack. We've got the shunt things we need. Edgewater Sultana Cannery. Terminal access. Marketing division. So, unlock second story balcony door. Potentially that could be very, very useful indeed. So we might have a new way in right there. So this was actually, yeah, the marketing hut right here. So just wanted to check in on the new Sultana Light project. I've been brainstorming some new taglines for the product line. I think some of them will really catch our customers' attention. To which the response was, I appreciate your hard work on behalf of our beloved brand of Saltuna. I've just received a response from corporate. They're not really interested in your idea of a light version of the Saltuna brand because we'd rather not compete with ourselves. But they are interested in the idea of lighter Saltuna. Effective immediately, we've been instructed to use heavier weighted cans so we can pack them with less Saltuna, thereby saving bits to every can. Marvellous. In fact, the logistics department has just confirmed my request to have you transferred from the marketing division to the cannery. Can you imagine, Lawrence? You'll be rubbing elbows with your fellow workers on the canning line, filling every slightly heavier can with slightly less salt tuna. Hour after hour, day after day. Right. So, marketing was effectively abolished. Gotcha. In all fairness, yes, his proposed slogans were not great. Though, bonus points for It's Brine Time, which I really hope is actually a Xenoblade Chronicles reference, because if so, that's magnificent. But yeah, really, all that terminal is for is opening up the balcony on the second floor. So, keep in mind we've just done that. Unless, of course, you didn't mean this balcony, right? You might have meant this balcony, I don't know. But, if nothing else, that does give me a nice little series of things right here, I guess. Ah, and over here, hoppity hoppity. Moreover, ooh, okay. Tossball card Marina Bakishko. So, okay. Not sure if that's junk or actually a collectible someone wants, but right. Might be of interest, potentially. A few bits and pieces there. Okay, maybe that was worth it after all. And also, don't forget this one down over here. A bit more heavy ammo, nothing major, but it'll do. Aha! And we've actually got some shunts up here to replace the ones I just used anyway. Great! Now, there's a locked door on the far side of the street, but I don't actually need to use any, mag picks for that. So, okay. We can just start opening up some houses here. Helping myself to a little bit of whatever. Got myself some free ammo and whatnot. Nothing too major, but, you know, free stuff never hurts. Right, follow the road round going in this direction. I'm guessing we're heading into... Just heard a squeak over there. I'm guessing we're just going into, bad territory sooner or later. That's evicted, so I can't get inside there. That's locked up too. Fine. So these houses are definite no-goes, but hello. We got ourselves Marauder goons and whatnot. He's becoming aware of me. He's becoming very aware of me. Right, well, as he's about to become aware of me regardless, may as well just put a bullet in his face. That'll do the job right there. Now we got more Marauders over there. Hello, one bullet for you, and no. Uh-oh. Right, okay, shotgun please. Boom, 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 and boom, boom, dead. Right, shotgun. Works pretty well at stopping melee, lads. And you've got a gun, don't you? Well, that's just quite frankly cheating. Luckily, I've got a better gun. Though actually, that's a bit of a waste of ammo. Let's just actually get out the revolver for this one. How's my aim shot coming along? And no, you don't. No, you flippin' don't. And down you go. Level 3, job done. You do not get a free health top-up when you level up. So that's nice. And you know what? That combat was a bit more difficult, but still manageable. So yeah, I'm happier being on a harder than normal. So, okay, let's see what we got here. 10 points available, so what needs to go up in the world? You know what? I wouldn't mind having medical up to 20 for a second drug mixing slot. That sounds fun. And field repair. So 1, 2, and 3 for that, please. And here's something very interesting indeed. Stealth. Get sneak up to 20, that's how we unlock sneak attacks. So, unaware enemies while crouched, bonus damage. Okay, now that I'm willing to go for immediately, yes. And no more perks because, yeah, that's only every other level, so not till level 4. And as we've actually just taken a bit of damage, and I don't want to be actually using any actual stim packs right now, what I probably should do is, yeah, move over to health, and if I actually eat some, hang on, what's the, carbohydrates. Yeah, I'm going to take some carbohydrates, 2 minutes of massively increased natural health coming back. So, have some of, right, that now goes up there, does it? So yes, literally now I've got this second slot here, I can insert into myself, via an inhaler, Soltuna, which is interesting, or like, you know, some tartar sauce, or tartarus sauce to be precise. That's... How do I insert bananas through an inhaler? You know what, just flipping go with it. Oh, and this is nice. Ambidextrine, I've been picking up a couple of these. Nasal stimulant, critical damage up, and also bonus to extra headshot and weak shot damage, plus 25%. Okay, as the fights get tougher, we need to start having a think about this, because some of this stuff, this could be very useful indeed. Now ignore whatever is over there. Hang on, I see something over there. And yeah, now I do extra damage. That is a Marauder ringleader. Well, okay, hang on. Before I do that, give me some information. Level 3 armor 15. Heavy assault unit, wears heavy armor, uses heavy weapons. Okay, well no reason to actually attack him right now, aside from the fact he's... You know what? Screw it, why not? How dead is he right now? He's not dead yet, but he's nearly dead, and now he's dead. Oh, now everyone's a bit annoyed at me, though. Okay, go over to shotgun for the time being. Oh, I'm going to regret this, aren't I? Oh, blimey, heck. Okay, that's... Didn't really mean to do that. Reload. And he's coming in this direction. Oh, blimey. Let's get a bit of healing going on here. And... Where are the other guys? Boom! 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 Boom. Right, he's dead. Fall back to more cover. And, yep, there's... Oh, blimey. Okay, I need more. Okay, the healing is... Yes, fall back to even more cover. Fall back, fall back, fall back. Okay, need to go over to something nice and strong here. And boom. Right, you can go down. And you're not dead yet, but you will be momentarily. There's good stagger on that. And no. Get some healing going on. Fall back even further. Okay, now go over to snipey weapon. Hello over there. And if we just line that up, you can be almost dead. Down you go. Okay, right. Be careful with the sort of bandits that come with flipping ringleaders. And I'm kind of glad I had myself, yeah, a bit of extra regen there. Otherwise, I might have been very, very screwed. Still, may as well see what that guy had on him, because, yeah, he was like an elite or whatnot. So, where did you die, my friend? Is this you right here? Yes, he did, but sadly, nothing on his body. That is a shame. Though, hang on. Was this where you lived? By any chance? Yeah, point-blank range. Might be able to just hammer you guys down a little bit. Hello, what's this? Cash register. Gladly help myself to this. Corporate Service Awards. Okay. What does that actually do? It's not worth anything, only 1.25. Possibly, you know, that's a joke, pointing out that corporate service awards are fundamentally useless, but whatever. Right, another thing I can now open for free, because, yeah, it's presumably really easy. So, toss ball stick, two-handed melee. Alright, does a stagger, may as well take it, break it down, armor parts, bit of money. Okay, a few bits and pieces here. Ooh. Hello, I like lockers. This is good stuff. Right, loop upstairs, a few more bits of ammo and whatnot. But, one locked door. You know what? I'll spend 2 of these, opening this up. 15 I can do. So, what were you hiding in here? And it was assault rifle. Nice, together with heavy ammunition. All of this stuff. Geographical, perk up pills. Alright, nothing too bad. Don't forget at the end there. Adrenatime. Right, we're picking up new drugs as well. Hang on. Movement speed plus 20%. Melee weapon attack speed plus 20%. Honestly, not great. Not really for me, but for a melee character, good stuff. I say while holding a giant hammer. The assault rifle, meanwhile, yeah, that's going to eat heavy ammo, which I don't have a huge amount of, but does have the advantage of being, yeah, really high DPS and does stagger. Can be modified with magazine and sight. You know what? I'm going to pull the hammer down for the time being, put that on instead. And no need to go any further into Marauder Town, because, yeah, this isn't the direction I'm actually supposed to be going in. I'm supposed to be going down this road towards this building over here. So, alright, over the top, follow the lit up road. There's presumably going to be marauders dotted around here. So we were specifically told this guy had... yeah, some stuff going on with a marauder infestation. Okay. You're not flagged as alive. I mean, it's possible that some, yeah, some creatures could have come in and killed the marauders. Because I didn't kill these guys. I haven't come down this direction yet. So, there's a bunch of corpses staying here. Just, you know, be in the grass. I'm not seeing any red on the compass yet, and I'm getting a bit suspiciously close. Yeah, abandoned outpost. Hello over there. Yeah, okay. Actually, I do see a marauder thug. Alright. Anyone else? I don't see anything else. Oh, I see one more over there. Okay, I see a marauder hooligan. Those guys generally are not that dangerous, but some of them are most definitely dead already. Alright, I see you right there. Question is, okay, you know what? Slow it down. Boom. You're very much dead or very badly wounded. You're alerted, but you're badly hurt. Okay, that's got to be some good stuff right there. Now, just let that come back and go over to shotgun. Oh, blimey! Heck! Screw you! Screw you! Right, do a quick stim pack. Dogs. Yeah, nice and fast. Okay, that gets me some health back. Do I have enough to go into thingy mode? I possibly do. And boom! And, oh, you were a ringleader. Right, there's... oh, blimey! Okay, gotta be a bit more careful than that with ringleaders. Okay, take 2 here. Why do I need to fight these guys at all? I don't necessarily have to. What I could do is just sneak around the back, help myself to the book, and be on my flipping way without any trouble at all. So, okay. Let's see if that works a little bit on the better side. 1, free money in a box around the back anyway. Now, just very carefully, this doesn't count as, no, that's not Heidi grass. So this building right here. I'm hearing movement. Okay, that's a tamed canid. If I were to take that out with melee, no one would hear that. Might not be a terrible idea. That's right. I want you to come round the corner and actually come and investigate me. I'd like you to see me. Hello over there. Hi. Hi over there. Yeah, I want you to see me. Oh, excuse me. Hi. Never mind. I was hoping to lure him over here and then just quietly pick him off, but he's refusing to be here. Alright, round the back over here. Because, aha. Marauder ringleader is round the rear. Now, that's what I wanted to say. That's what I wanted to see. But, if we're going into a difficult fight right now, use the tools I've got available. I want more base health for the... No, I don't want it there. I want to use it immediately. Just drink the tartar sauce. Just like, you know, directly right now. Just there we go. Flippin' love it. Together with some natural health regen. Absolutely. Have a bit more of that. Together with... What else can we have to help us out here? Yes, bonus to headshots. That's good. Have some of that immediately. Let's just pile a big old pile of stuff on top of each other. And, yeah, bit of dehydrated water. That's body. That's extra strength. So if we pile all of that together, we've got a much better chance during this fight. Okay, so he's moving back over here. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take a shot. And then immediately afterwards, we're going to go for a second shot into his rear. And is he dead? He should be now. Oh, he is now. Okay, now we start running. Now we start running and we go over to, yeah, a big old powerful screw you. And screw you as well. You're definitely on the dying side. You're blind right now. Right, who else is around at this exact moment in time? Because now I think they're a bit on the confused side. Go over to Revolver. And boom! Hi over there. Pretty sure you're blind and dead momentarily. Alright, how we doing? Anyone left? Nope, that worked pretty well. So, yeah, snipe the leader first. Headshots, criticals, all of that good stuff. That's how we do. Is everyone dead, by the way? Not seeing any movement around here. Pretty sure we're in good shape. And yeah, on this occasion, Dervish missed. So movement speed up, melee, weapon attack speed. I think that's very similar to what we've got. But got ourselves, yeah, light machine gun there. So might be like my assault rifle, but even flipping better. Or rather, weaker damage, higher DPS. Alright. We in good shape, guys? I think we're in good shape now. Let's go looting. And yeah, I'm liking now I've got lockpick up to, I think it's 20. All of these are... Oh, hang on. Was that plasma cutter you just said? Oh my. So, that is 62 damage, 1 out of melee, high DPS, and it's been slightly modified. Okay. Let's actually just give that a bit of a look-see right now. So, oh my. Well, I mean, that gets badass points right flipping there. And as for this place, yeah, loot it the flip dry. Here we go, this is what I'm after. So, collector's letter. Got a letter today. Corporate ordered me to relocate to the Edgewater cannery effective immediately. It's a shame I was really looking forward to running my own gift store at the community centre. Selling rare memorabilia, but scripture tells us all things happen for a reason. Work fortifies the spirit and all. As for my book collection, can't bear to part with it. Don't want those books mouldering in some contraband locker, so I stashed them away in a cave over by the river. Right, so we know where he was, but unfortunately, yeah, this isn't where this is. Anything we can learn here, by the way? So, Clement Eldridge, and a couple of messages coming in here. Clement, I find I must disagree with your theories about the Earth Directorate's place in the colonial system. Sadly, as much as I appreciate the board and the new frontier they've opened for us, I believe Halcyon and all the other colonies on the rim of the galaxy would fall to pieces or war amongst themselves if the Earth Directorate wasn't around to regulate trade and settle disputes. Fine, so these guys aren't, like, totally independent. They are still being regulated in some capacity. To which he replied, I think you're wrong about history, though. The discovery of the skip drive was not what gave the Earth Directorate power over the corporations. The high cost of the Great War left them in a weakened state. The skip drive was simply the extra leverage the Directorate needed to return to power. Okay. interesting. A great war of some description. And I've just realised round the back here, these boxes form steps. So actually, I could very easily have snuck into the house without ever being spotted, simply by crouching down here, getting in here, grabbing that and leaving. Fine, so if you don't want to fight, there was totally a back way in. I just missed it. Now, I could start going, yeah, in this direction, down towards that cave there, but northeast of the colony would suggest, yeah, if I was just to head due east at this point, then actually, they said by the scrap heap, some form of big robot. Wandering big robot. Scrap heap. Where's there a scrap heap round here? That's just lava. I'm seeing a Patera ray over there. Level 4, barely any health at all. Happy to take you out. Okay, apparently there's, like, kill cams. Also, slight concern. They are actually coming for me, not running away. Luckily, can handle that pretty easily. That's no problem whatsoever. Right, hopefully you guys are dropping some useful stuff I can sell. Junk seems to have good value. Keep on looping around here. There's definitely signs of a junkyard, but oh. Okay. There's something close by. You can use the old trick of, yeah, if you wiggle side to side, if the actual marker on the compass moves a lot too, then that means, oh, that's just a canid feral. Right, well, that's no problem whatsoever. Hello over there, wherever you are. You can just, only just woken up. Sorry about that, by the way. Bye-bye. And then we're round to, yeah, what looks like a spaceport with, you're a friendly. Oh, hang on. Ludwig, I'm supposed to be extorting grave fees out of you. Hang on, while I'm flipping here.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
Yeah, bad news, Ludwig. I'm actually not here to help you out. I actually just want some money off ya.
I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
Okay, hang on. Resistance? Against who?
The war. The coming apocalypse. Man versus machine. I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
Okay, so we did hear about a robot wandering around, but El Miller, it was him that actually said this, so potentially he's not actually trustworthy.
Just my luck. I ask for backup and the boss sends me one of them simple folk. All right. Listen real close. Automechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about. Firing at the birds. Orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the resistance?
Okay, I see no reason that I'm not willing to claim I'm joining the resistance against the robots. I'm guessing we'll be murdering some of them sooner or later.
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saw tuna cans mostly, some Spacer's Chaw, few bit cards. I'll reward you for your aid.
Alright, he's willing to actually, you know, pay money and potentially pay up front.
Enlistment fees? Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the resistance a bad name.
Alright, so I've just got myself 75 gold there. Lovely. What does he actually want doing, though?
They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back.
Right, same scout we saw mentioned on the terminal. Good, good. Any advice, by the way?
Mechanical's got a weak spot in their midsections. I think the technical term is, the blue glowy square thing.
Alright, makes sense to me. I'll go take care of that. Here we go. Wherever that robot is, I feel like I must have walked, yeah, straight past it. I was totally coming from this direction. So, I'm guessing he's actually willing to, you know, have a little bit of a chat without murder. So, alright. Where are you, my friends? Here we go. Auto-mechanical scout. Stay down in case it is fundamentally hostile. But I'm not seeing red on it. Prepare the shotgun. Hello over there. It's not showing up as red. Okay. Damaged mechanical sentry. Oh. Hi there! Are me and you cool? What's your deal?
Searching for repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed. Unable to comply.
Alright, so with Engineering 46 I could fix that, but that's way too advanced for me. Hello there. Are you damaged, my little friend?
Damage to navigation systems detected. Attempting to return to designated repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed.
Right, so this isn't like a sentient AI that's gone rogue or anything. He's just got a bit lost.
Navigation systems have determined this location as Spacer's Choice. Designated mechanical repair bay. Attempting to misdirect or confuse a Spacer's Choice mechanical is a punishable offense. Please report yourself to your supervisor.
Okay, so actually, this might well have been, yeah, the bay once upon a time. It's just we know the town has retreated because a whole bunch of things they built are now no longer technically inside the town. So I'll be helping myself to maglock business, by the way. Combat drone is just down there. Okay, whether this thing is supposed to be trying to repair itself or not, there's a question. Also, by any chance, is this a back door into... Alright, this is interesting. What's this when it's at home? Transition to Edgewater. This looks like... Aha! This is the side of the building. Right, so that's entrance number 3, I believe, to the cannery. Right, so we've got ourselves another entrance if we can't just talk our way in. Good, good. Now, before I just shoot this poor confused robot, let's just see if I can, figure out anything nearby. Any notes about robots, etc, etc, etc. Right, well, no notes inside that house. And this is just generic loot. Okay. Is there something we could do if we went back to the actual mechanical repair bay? Because logically, the door that leads in there would be this one right here. Here we go. Go through the door right here. Maintenance division. Anything we can do to, I don't know, recall that robot? Diddly diddly dee. I mean, the person we're looking for is, what was her name? Mrs. Holway, I think. So, if we could find her... That might give us a bit of an idea what we want to do with the little robot, but I'm not actually... Okay, hang on. Mrs. Holway or something, I'm going to be needing your help for this one. Well, there is an unlocked terminal in her house, so... Okay, here we go, Holcomb. So, what are we going to do here? Last search, Indemati. 2 records found. Okay. Indemati left Edgewater today. She's been reassigned to Terra 1. I kissed her goodbye at the platform and asked if I'd ever see her again. We both knew the answer was no. Look up and think of me as I look up and think of you. Right, so I'm guessing Indemati was her partner. And rather than dead, she was reassigned. Robert, they wouldn't let me keep her, but I know you'll raise her with love. Perhaps more than I would have made time for. You are patient and present in a way that I am not. The company says she has no name until you give her one. Her name is Pavati. They tell me her birthday will be set on the date she's legally delivered to you. She was actually born on July 7th. Make her feel special when I can't. She liked it when I sang to her. It was the only time she stopped crying. Right, so possibly I got confused because I thought that Holcomb was a woman, but possibly the guy working here is Robert. And his wife, Indemati, was taken away. She had a child elsewhere, but couldn't take care of it. Whether it's his or not is not clear. And yeah, Pavati. If we can find a Pavati, that's the child. And here we go. Young Spacer's Guide. Almost started reading it out loud from habit. It's been 10 years. Still have parts of it memorised. I'll take the next volume into work at the cannery. There's an unused office where I've been taking my lunches. May as well read the whole thing again. Okay. keep an eye out for someone called Pavati. But whoever's supposed to be running this place, I've never seen anybody actually working inside this building, Robert, Pavati, or otherwise. You know what? I'm just going to leave this robot be. We're going to come back when I've got Engineering 46, and we're going to fix this robot up. I'm not blowing it up till I know what's going on here. Because, yeah, there could be more with the story of Robert and Indamati yet. Instead, let's go over to that cave and get that book. Okay, so straight past territory I've already cleared out. No problem there whatsoever. I've been through this area. Don't know how fast enemies, like, respawn or anything, but I've already been through here. That's where I killed my first ever, yeah, one of the more senior raider sorts. And let's just go over to, yeah, Revolver for the time being. And then, no sign of trouble round... Oh! I say no sign of trouble round here. Vandal. When we say Vandal, how dangerous is Vandal? Level 3. You are also level 3. Alright, get into a good position with cover. Take out one of them with a headshot, and then let the rest of them come to me. Or I could just work around them, to be honest. The cave's down over here. Feels like there's... Oh. There's something... Ah! Hello there! Primal Brutes. Okay. Work around them as well. I think I can just avoid absolutely all of you bastards. Yeah. Sneak round over here. Go down in this direction. Don't cause trouble for the primals. No reason to cause trouble for them. And there we go. Into the cave. Now, I don't want anyone actually interrupting me in here, so if I can go over to melee weapons just to avoid trouble, that'd be great. Something lives in here, though. What's it going to be? Hello over there. That's a weird pool of something. And also what I'm seeing, because, yeah, it doesn't have up or down indicators, might be above. It might be the primals I just saw. So, okay. What? Oh, that's a mine. That's what a mine looks like. Got it. On the plus side, hello over there. I'm guessing, oh yeah, we can easily handle that, no problem whatsoever, including a giant pile of things. More maglocks I'm not even using, so I've specialized a little bit in lockpicking. Free stuff right here. Okay, now, before we decide what we're doing with this, one, we apparently picked up some mining gear at some point, which would give me, yeah, more stealth skills. That's pretty good. Admittedly, oh, it looks kinda terrible, though. And this would actually give me +5 to sneak as well. I don't mind sneaking, you know. Sneaking's fun. So how about, yeah, we go for, yeah, the sneak and the stealth skills. That's pretty good. And all my tech skills are still at 20, so that's absolutely fine. I'm not losing any active effects here. Then again, actually, you can't get active effects by boosting your stats temporarily, so that's fine regardless. I'm not allowed to actually open this. Or in any way check what to do with it. Okay. Would anyone else in town logically be interested in this thing? And also, what happens if we just keep going deeper and deeper into the cave? Where does it... Aha! It just brings me out to the far side of the river. The water just flows straight through it. So, oh! Okay. Hang on, you're for some reason a bit on the weak side, but I'm also seeing many, many red things here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go back the way I came, because that was a nice, easy area to sneak through. Right, as I've not run into anyone else who feels like they would be interested in the book, Max, you can have it. I'm trusting you not to burn it, because you said you wouldn't.
Any progress on that matter we discussed?
Yes, absolutely. Here's the flippin' book.
Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn.
Alright, so... Okay, what's the problem here precisely? Yeah, you didn't want that book to keep others from reading it, you just wanted it for yourself, didn't you?
Well, yes. But I assure you, it was not for personal gain, only for the greater good. I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent. Wasted.
So can we maybe get him to take a better route going forward? So, yeah, what made you think this book was going to be so important anyway?
Bakonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony.
Alright, so, Philosophist, I'm guessing, yeah, because as I was saying earlier, we're talking about something that's simultaneously a scientific and philosophical question.
Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of the philosophist perversion of Bakonu's thoughts came more than a century after his death.
In other words, they believe in free will, not determinism. Got it. And here's interesting. He actually wants to get out of here. Okay, so, yeah, what are you going to do for me? Because I'm not 100% sure I like you.
Free spiritual counseling, someone to watch your back, not to mention a grown-up in the party. I'm pretty handy with a toss-ball stick, or any blunt instrument, really. I'm also a passable gun hand, if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though. Oh, I'm fairly competent at hacking computers as well.
Honestly, it feels like he's doing things I can already do, but, okay, you know what? Sure, I won't say no to an extra pair of hands.
Fantastic. Let me get my things in order, and I'll catch up with you. I shall see you on the ship, Captain, whenever you're ready to leave Emerald Vale.
Alright, so straight up to level 4 there, and that is a perk level. You know what? Combat in hard mode's a fair bit harder, so let's actually whack up my ranged a bit, because, yeah, as I increase this, that increases my critical gun chance. So guns have a base critical chance that by increasing your skill, you actually increase as a multiplier. So yeah, 81 on handguns right now, up to 84. So that's actually quite significant. So I'm just going to actually whack all of these points into combat skills for the time being. So already we're up to, yeah, critical damage. So critical chance is going up, and the passive skills is critical damage is going up, and that's gotta be a good thing. And as for perk, no indeed, there was just one rank of Slow the World, so I cannot take that again. So, okay, what if I wanted... I wouldn't mind actually, what is it? Yes, Quicken the Dead. 50% increase in tactical time dilation recharge rate. That does sound useful. But I am also a bit squishier, so you know what? I'll take Toughness too. 50% more base health, not a bad idea. Now, I believe there were 2 places I hadn't actually gone into yet, and, yeah, I'm pretty sure I know who's in one of them. I saw him in passing for just a second. Nope, that's a bar. This house right over here. Abernathy. We were warned about this guy, and as I suspect, he looks a bit old and pathetic, so I'm guessing I'm gonna feel bad about extorting him.
Oh, sweet merciful law. A marauder's in my domicile.
And no, I'm not, except hang on. I could just put a gun in his face, but no, that's a very bad idea. I'm not gonna do that, not just yet anyway.
There a reason you're running around outfitted like one of those monsters? Did Mr. Thompson send you to put the fear in me? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
Ah, that's clever. He's responding because I'm wearing some raider gear. Got it. But, yeah, with my perception skill, what's wrong with you, my friend, aside from, you know, obviously you've got the plague?
You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state?
Look, it's not my fault. You're the one who said the word plague out loud.
You don't know that. I could have been saying anything. Maybe I said vague. You know how words sound a mite strange when you're sick. Wait, no. Oh, damn it. Okay, listen. Maybe I am feeling a little under the weather, but I swear I'm on the mend. Please, don't tell the constable.
We still don't really know much about this plague, though, so... yeah, maybe you should at least, like, cover your mouth, sign on the door, something like that.
And become the town pariah? I'm already the oldest worker in town. I don't need to give them another reason to avoid me. Hey, you're hale and healthy and possibly for hire, ain't ya? Do a good turn for an expiring old man?
Go on, what do you need?
Couple hours out of your day and some light second-story work, that's all. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
Alright, so... I'll think about it. But to be honest, I wouldn't mind you just handing over the stuff, really. So, yeah, the gravesite fees.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows. Look, I got my gravesite fees right here. See? I'm good for my word. Get me that medicine, and I'll see to your payment.
Alright, so... apparently I've already got the fees, so I don't need to bother with the medicine. I mean, I could do it to be nice, but we'll see about that. And that just leaves, yeah, Phyllis, who I know actually works inside the factory itself. So, alright, the factory. Open that up, and I'm not actually planning to rob the place. I promise, it's just an accident. I pull out the shotgun every time I open a door. Well, some doors anyway. Right. Phyllis, we need to have a chat with you. Apparently you're upstairs somewhere. Do you mind me being here, by the way?
Don't make me report you to Mr. Thompson.
Well, it doesn't seem to mind me massively. Right, over to here. Hello there, Phyllis.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
Alright, she actually wants to speed things up. But, yeah, she sounds like the foreman.
Foreman Granger. Mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes or right away or thank you.
Okay, I've got some other words for you. How about gravesite fees?
Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
And apparently the papers aren't signed in her name.
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
Okay, so... yeah, just because you're nice or some other reason?
If you're not familiar with board law, you ought to be. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
Aha, so Eugene, yeah, that was the same guy that was mentioned in the Barber.
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
We did hear from the guy in the cave his weapon misfired into his own side, that's certainly true. Okay, well, while we're actually in the cannery, yeah, bunch of unlocked terminals here, so, quick log here. So, Edgewater's sole tuna canning facility strictly adheres to Spacer's Choice standards of health and safety. Schedule your sick leave with, schedule sick leave. Right, okay. Not sure that's how being sick works, but okay. And upstairs in one of the offices, from the office of Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator, symptoms of infection have now reached a critical mass. I've instructed our staff to transfer the old domicile into a sick house. Plague is reality of life on the frontier, and as Spacers we're expected to face up to the reality. Reality is, we do not carry enough medicine to treat all of you. Medical treatment is a privilege, not a right. We must strive every day to demonstrate our worthiness of that privilege. Right, so don your jumpers and come to work even if you're sick. Work fortifies the spirit. Yeah, but that just spreads it around. This is not a good idea, Reed. And here we go. Guide to Mechanical Engineering Volume 2. This was what was mentioned. I'm going to take a big book into an office that's not really utilised. Now, is this by any chance like a skill book? No, whatever it is, it's jumped straight into quest items. So, okay, that might be important down the line. We'll see. And in the office on the other side, we've got ourselves, yeah, a terminal. I need Hack 5 and a bypass tool, but I've got plenty of them, so go on then. What was she hiding inside her personal files? Theodore buried last night. Reed asked me not to report his death on our quarterlies. Sounds fair to me. Was asked to prepare a statement or something for the other workers. been thinking about it, don't know what to tell them. Don't end up like Theodore, do your workshop, wear a smile, you'll get your medical privileges. It's a start. Right, so Eugene shot himself, possibly because he was ill. Theodore simply didn't get medical privileges because he didn't work hard enough. Got it. Okay, so this door over here leads out into here, but then, hang on. That door I found outside. Where does that go? Because, hang on, here we go. Aha! There's another room through here. Bunch of dead sprats and whatnot. I thought it seemed odd there weren't enough doors. And that leads to outside over here. Good, good, good. Only you can protect the fourth quarter profit. Well, that's nice. That means quarters 1 through 3. The pressure is most definitely off. And I'll just be quickly hacking all of this. Oh, wow, that's a lot of money. Not leaving that there. I know I've technically just done a little bit of theft, but that's too much money to not steal. One door barred from the inside, however. Okay. How are we going to get into here? No way that way. But it looks like there might be a basement down over here. That might be the thing that leads outside right there. So that's stealing, which we're... Ooh, critical damage. Okay, I'm going to steal that, and now I'm carrying too much. Curse this lack of strength in my character build. Right, break down some items. We're back in good shape over here. Yeah, there's plenty more stuff going on underground. Ooh, that doesn't look so healthy. Maybe I could repair that, we'll see. But yeah, there seems to be a bunch of... Oh, hang on. That's an explosive barrel. I'm guessing there might be some fighting as needs to be done in this part of the world at some point. Possibly involving... Oh, hello, is that a power regulator? That's a power regulator. But if I take that, everyone's going to know because, you know, the power's going to turn off. Maybe, just maybe, we don't actually use that except, hang on, power source. Okay, transformer power regulator responsive. If I was to provide a different power source... Emeraldvale powered by Spacer's Choice Geothermal Facility. Spacer's Choice is proud to bring colonists of Halcyon moderately innovative technology at a reasonable price. Okay, nothing too useful there. Do not disengage the power regulator just yet. Bad idea. People very angry. Get permission first. But yeah, if you are happy to just shoot your way out, just disengage it, grab it, and flipping run, I guess. Ah, yes, the constable. Reyes or Reyes, I believe. We haven't actually spoken to you yet. You seem important.
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary. We are Halcyon's leading brand in frontier justice. The office is writing a promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free.
Alright, this is definitely nightmarishly horrible. How about the Marauder problem?
As a Spacer's Choice constable, I am authorized to grant you legal authority toward apprehending wanted criminals. Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders. Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller.
Alright, so that's actually pretty good right there. Bit of easy money to be made out of bounty hunting. Right, nothing else major from her as far as I can tell. Not gonna go stealing energy cells from the chief of police, bad idea. But I can go and turn over the graveyard fees for a free pile of money and XP. Here we go, have some fees, my good man.
You run into any trouble?
Honestly, not particularly, no. Everything seems to be absolutely fine.
Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to.
And I did go out of my way for you, and I've got some decent persuade here. How about a little bit of extra something or another?
And I'll buy you a drink sometime.
Alright, so anything more tangible?
Suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another.
And, what was that, by the way? 300 bit cartridges and then another 150. Could have just given me 450, but whatever. And no, I'm not going to turn in Abernathy. That would be mean. Instead, at some point, I'll get him the medicine. Alright, just one thing left then. Reed himself. No one's really been willing to say much about him, but... Let's go up to his office. Put the shotgun away. Make sure he doesn't, like, you know, come up with the wrong idea here. Is he even going to be willing to say hello?
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir.
You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The cans bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
Interesting. What is being put in? And also, now we have our answer. Robert is presumably long dead. This is the daughter that was sent long ago.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
And yeah, here we go. Your read. Me and you need to have a chat about what I can do to sort out a power problem so I can have the power regulator. And I'm guessing as you're using the geothermal thing right now, if in theory I was to fix up the old power plant that was mentioned by Ludwig, you could go over to that, I could have the regulator, everybody's happy.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I must say, wearing a Marauder's outfit is in very poor taste. I do wish you'd show your uniform a little more respect.
Right, okay. Definitely take this outfit off in town. People are actually taking note of how I'm dressed. Got it. And, yeah, I think you've got the wrong idea here.
Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
And here we go. Need the power regulator. See you've got one in the basement. Don't really want to kill everybody, but you know.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Alright, let's see what you've got.
There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
Alright, honestly, that seems like a pretty good deal. And I'm guessing we're dealing with, some robots or something. I swear Ludwig mentioned robots.
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
Alright, so I'm guessing just some, marauders or whatnot. And I'm guessing they're gonna resist.
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Oh, these aren't marauders. These are the guys who actually, left to form their own society. I'm not just getting a free pass here. I need to screw over one of these civilizations. Oh dear, that's not good.
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations.
Okay, so, what do you need me to do precisely?
My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
Alright, so, I mean, I'll agree, but how do I know who she is?
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
And what reason do you think the workers had for leaving?
That reason was me. I asked too much and pushed too hard. But I am ready to make amends if they are willing to return to the fold. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
Okay, so he's not like the barkeep where he just thinks, you know, they're lazy and diddly-diddly-dee. He is admitting he made a mistake and saying he's going to put it right. Whether he actually will or not is another question, but I'll agree for now.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
You know what? Absolutely. Let's have an extra pair of hands.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Alright, so we have got ourselves a brand new friend here. So, companions provide combat support, their skills enhance your skills, they enhance your carrying capacity, and you can unlock their special combat abilities with inspiration. Fine, gotcha. So there we go, we've now got ourselves a friend, love it. Now where do you need me to go precisely? Here we go, well north. So I've already cleared out, yeah, about halfway. Shouldn't be too difficult to get over there. So I might come over here and actually knock out this building at the same time because, yeah, good loot inside likely, and maybe some more stuff around here too. Good, 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 good. So we've pretty much cleared out the town. Time to move on to the next, and yeah, I've got a very difficult decision to make. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I'd say that is enough for now. We will crack on with this on Monday, because for the time being, we're not going to be doing a new strategy series on Monday and Friday. We're going to be doing some more of the Outer Worlds. So we'll do that Monday, Friday, honestly, probably Wednesday as well. We're going to be doing a fair bit more of the Outer Worlds, because the Outer Worlds is flipping great. So, join me back here on Monday. We will crack on. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been the Outer Worlds. Thank you very much, and goodbye. We have got a gate key here, and then we have got... I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake! This is going to take all of my skill and cunning as a hunter to sort out... Die, you mooing bastards! Die! Die! Go away. Go away, nobody likes you. That was a good idea till it wasn't.